Hey guys, what's up? Mike from CoachMikeMcDonald.com here, just coming out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. In today's video, I want to talk about one crucial skill that you want to have and that you want to really master to get results in your business. So I'm just going to share this in a couple different groups here, but if you're jumping on for the first time, welcome. If you're watching the replay, welcome as well. But again, guys, one of the biggest skills that you need to master is communication skills. Right. And so, sometimes I'll run into people that are thinking about joining my business, or again, I'm talking to people that are struggling in their business, or again, maybe they're already in, but they're not getting the results that they want. And one of the biggest things that I find, they're maybe not the only thing, but one issue I find people run into is they feel like they're not a salesperson, or they're not good in sales, or that's a determining factor that they need to have amazing sales ability like coming into the business. And here's the thing, that's just not the case, right? So what's great about sales and marketing and business is that's an acquired skill. You can learn that skill set, right? And so that's really the key foundation, is that communication skills, because again, that's what determines everything, right? So you don't need to necessarily be an amazing salesperson, right? Because what happens is, that's maybe I think why a lot of people are struggling, is they think that they need to be this hardcore closer, that they need to have, the gift of gab, right, to be successful. And a lot of you out there are maybe teachers, or maybe you work in like healthcare or nursing, you love helping people, maybe you're in customer service, so you have a great personality, you have great people skills already, and you think that you can't necessarily be successful because you've never been in a sales role or a sales position before, or had your own business, right? And you have the mindset that you need to be convincing people, or need to be this slick talker or something like that to get people started in your business or to make sales. And that's actually not really the case. For me, by nature, introverted video game nerd, I wasn't a really big people person when I started, but when I learned the right communication skills, that's what really made the difference in my business. It wasn't that somehow I became an extrovert, right? Or I got really great at convincing people or hyping things up. I'm pretty much a low-key kind of guy, right? I'm not really super over the top. I don't like doing hype because it's just not who I am, right? And so you don't need that to be successful, though, because it's all about communication skills, and really the key foundation is inviting, right? So when it comes to your business, communication is really just about finding someone's need, finding somebody's problem, finding their wants, finding their goal, what they want to achieve, and then sharing with them a way that they can get that, right? And really it's about asking a lot of questions, asking the right questions to find out what your potential customer, what your potential business partner needs and wants. And then, like I said, showing how your vehicle, your product, your service, your business, whatever the case is, how that can help them get that result, right? So again, it's not about, oh, let me convince them how amazing my products are, and how, their ingredients was found in a mystic jungle, or, how they're going to save XYZ amount on their cable bill, or, whatever the case is. It's not really about that. It's about finding that problem and positioning what you offer as a solution to that problem. One thing that I like to ask people is, if you're not where you want to be, when's the last time you went through the training with your company, right? I know my business that I work with, we have a hands-on training program that you can plug in, follow step by step. They'll teach you what to say during, what to say after. You can get an expert like me, or one of the other business partners, leaders we work with in our team, to help you get someone started. And so again, it's like, we have the language you need to use, the communication skills you want to master, the skills you need to develop. That's all laid out step by step. But when's the last time you went through that, right? I'm sure a lot of your companies that you're with, the business you're with, you have a training program, you have a system you can plug into. When's the last time you actually went through it? And then again, I know with my company, we've got great events that you can plug into, regional training events you can go to, national training events. Again, you're learning from the best of the best in the company, the people that have the best results, they're making the most money. Again, and do you go to those? right? Do you go to those events? Do you listen? Do you implement? Do you take notes? You know, think about it. If you went through one of those training events, you were consistent with that, and you just implemented one thing that you learned or two things that you learned each time, you're going to develop a huge skill set and be successful in your business when you take that consistent action. You know, but I find a lot of people, they're not where they want to be, they're struggling, or maybe they're not getting results, and they've never been to a training, they've never watched the training videos, or if they have done either of those, they're not implementing any of it. Or again, they went to a training 6 months ago, you know, a year ago, and they think that they know it all, but they're not getting any income. They're not generating any results. They're not getting any appointments. So not only is it, when's the last time you went through the training, when have you actually implemented it? You know, again, stop blaming and start doing. You know, how many times do you feel like, oh, you're not where you want to be, or maybe you have someone on your team, they're complaining about their results. And, you know, I always break it down to numbers. I'm a logical kind of guy, right? I like to take emotion out of the equation and, you know, just look at the logic side, look at the numbers of it. You know, how many people have you shown in your business? You know, a lot of times I run into people, they start blaming the company, they start blaming the training, they start blaming the products. Oh, it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. Maybe this business isn't as cracked up as it, you know, we positioned it as, right? You know, maybe we're not the best in the market, right? And they're looking for justifiers of why they're not taking action, right? And it's like, well, I can guarantee you that's why you're not getting results. You're not doing anything, right? You know, it's like if I was looking to get in shape, looking to lose weight, and I never worked out, I didn't eat right, you know, I couldn't blame the, you know, magic weight loss shake that I had purchased if I never drank it, you know, if I never worked out, if I never used it. Well, no wonder it's not working. You're not doing it, right? You know, again, so think about that when you're, you know, looking for someone to blame. Unfortunately, you know, it sucks. It's not really what you want to hear, but usually you need to look in the mirror. You know, usually it's that you're not working on your skill set, you're not working on yourself, you're not taking the action steps necessary to win. And so again, you really want to master communication, because it's not about that you don't have great sales skills, right? Sure, that's something that you can develop. You know, more often than not, it's just communication skills, because you want to see if someone's open, and then, like I said, find that need and see if you can help them. And again, you know, one thing I talk about with my team all the time is like when you're sharing it with people, if you're like, hey, if I could show you a way to do this, would you be open to checking it out? If they say no, you're not going to be like, well, actually, you need to do it, and here's why, because it's so great, and it's this, and it's this. It's like they already said no, they're not interested, so you just move on to the next person. You're not convincing people against their will that aren't into it. You just share with them something that they are open to and how you can help them, right? So if I was like, hey, if I could show you a way to get out of that job you're complaining about all the time, make some extra money, maybe give you a little bit more freedom or an opportunity to leave that if you wanted to, would you be open to checking it out? And if they were like, no, I'm happy working at my job that I don't like, okay, you know, sweet, you know, good for you. All right, stick with it, right? You know, so again, stop looking to try and convince people or think that that's how you get success. It's not. You know, you find the people that are open, you work on your skill set, your communication skills, and then you help them solve that problem. Again, once you've discovered that through asking the right questions. So again, the most important skill is inviting with that great communication skills. Good news is, if you are terrible at it like me when I first started in the industry, you can learn it. So there's hope, right? You can go from introverted, socially awkward video game nerd to video game nerd with communication skills, right? And get success. So, you know, stop looking for other people to blame, stop blaming and start doing, and you're going to start getting results in your business. Plug back into the system. You've been out for a while, you know, it's not like they're going to make fun of you if you start plugging in and taking action again. It's like your upline, the people that support you, your leaders in your organization, they want to help you. They want you to be successful, but you need to help yourself first. Right? You know, I didn't sign up in business to be a cheerleader, right? Or a motivator to, you know, hey, Bobby, did you make your calls today? Like, did you reach out to someone? Like, I hate doing calls like that. I usually don't do calls like that. And, you know, again, because it's a waste of my time. If you're not going to be self-motivated to reach your own goals, I don't really want to work with you. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but again, it's like you got to be self-motivated, make that determination. I don't care if you're terrible at this stuff. If you have no skills, you're not that great, right? Maybe I'm looking for someone that's persistent and willing to learn, that takes action. I'll take that any day over somebody that has massive talent but doesn't want to do anything. Because again, it's about mastering the skill set, taking consistent action. That's what gets results in your business. So again, guys, stop playing the blame game. Start plugging into your training system. Start taking consistent action. Start working on yourself. And it's going to lead to a lot of great results in your business. So again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you got some benefit and value out of this video. Feel free to comment and share if you did. And at the same time, if you're struggling and not where you want to be, I'd highly recommend checking out my free lead generation training over on my site at coachmikemcdonald.com/LG. I actually go through a webinar training over there, some of the exact skill sets, some of the systems and the tools and the strategies I use to generate leads for my business on a daily basis. And I walk you through that in that free training over on my site. So if you want to get access to that, you can go to coachmikemcdonald.com/LG. I'll put a link to that in the description in the comments below, so you can access that there as well. But again, if you want to get that free lead generation training to help you grow and scale your business, again, go to coachmikemcdonald.com/LG to get access to that. But again, guys, master the skill set of communication, of inviting, seeing if people are open, and transition to your business from there. That's what's going to lead to massive results. It's not being a hypey, fake person trying to convince people that aren't really interested. It's finding those that are open and using the right communication skills to transition of how your product, your business, your service can help them solve that problem, that need, or that want. That's one of the best ways to get results in your business. So again, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you more soon.